Hello and welcome to Humans of VIT, a weekly interview where we talk with students from VIT. Today, I have with me Vrishali, Shreya, Manya, and Vidya, who are all board members at Tetri. And this is the first Pride edition of Humans of VIT. So, first of all, hi everybody. And today I have two simple questions. Okay, not so simple, but okay, two questions for you. So the first question is to Manya and Shreya, and the second question is to Vidya and Vrishali. So I'll go with my first question. So Friends, everybody knows is a very popular TV show, and it's gaining popularity even today. Where the younger generation, they're all watching it for the first time. But despite being, it's very well made in my opinion, but it does have a few problematic elements, some of which include some homophobic storylines. For example, Chandler's father was a drag artist, and his only purpose in the entire show was a punchline. He was only there as a punchline. And similarly, when Chandler, people assume Chandler to be gay because of a few quirks that he has. Then when Joey puts on makeup, they make fun of him. So stuff like that. So some people from the younger generation, the people who are watching it today, they are pointing these elements out, but others are still watching it with the same rigor. So you think so how what are your views on it? Like how impressionable how impressionable minds are affected and how it makes a difference, like the show being as popular as it is.
So I'll give like my 2 cents first, and then go ahead. Well, I think what I found particularly sad was that when the reunion happened very recently, I feel like they had the opportunity to come forth and actually address a lot of these elements. They are problematic. Whether it is associating Chandler being even slightly effeminate with his sexuality, or it's these very rigid gender stereotypes that they have reinstated in the show and have reinforced time and time again, or even if it's Ross's wife, ex-wife's storyline. I don't particularly enjoy how two lesbian women, how that they worked that through, where she used Ross as her arc, as her gay arc, and then she moved on to marry someone else. So those are stereotypes that are problematic, who haven't served the community very well in the past. And I feel like they could have taken the opportunity with the show and with the reunion, and they could have addressed some of that, but they actively chose not to. And as far as it comes like to few the transphobic elements, especially with like drag in general, I feel like it's already an art form that is meant to liberate people, and it's meant as a form of expression. And the idea that that was used as a punchline is extremely sad because culturally, whether it's in India or abroad, there are so many minority cultures that actually recognize drag as more than just men dressing up fancy. And I think that's problematic. It's sad that they didn't address it when they had the chance.
So when it comes to my opinion, I completely agree with you. There's so many things from the show that they could have addressed in the reunion, specifically when they had such a huge reunion with so many pertinent people, like the celebrities they chose were very current and very much loved by the youngsters, which means they were directing their reunion at the youngsters. It wasn't meant to be a nostalgic thing for people who used to watch Friends. It's for people of our age, people who are into BTS, which means it's our age, people are younger. So they could have taken on it as an opportunity, specifically when one of the makers is a part of the LGBTQA community. It's not just the show which was which could have been better in certain places to showcase their support for LGBTQ, but it's people from the community making the show, which means they have a huger, higher responsibility towards the community. That's my personal opinion. On the other hand, I also recognize that the show is from the 90s. It's not a show that was made today. And when we judge things written or made in the past, we also have to see the timeline when it was made. So, Friends was the first show which publicly showed a lesbian wedding. That was the second show to ever show a gay wedding on American television of any kind. And it shows a very loving family and a different kind of family unit when it comes to Carol and Susan and the son. So the son lives with them, even though they make jokes about it and it's not right. But there are certain things that we can learn from there, which is, they show a very loving unit of family. They also, even that one episode that they have where Chandler's dad is actually introduced to us, a lot of us actually really liked him. That episode was kind of nice before the mother entered and they had their own banter. But the way they go and Monica goes with Chandler, it was a heartwarming moment, because before this, every time a gay person or a person in the LGBTQA community came on screen, they were either villainized or written very comically. But considering that people are still watching it, I think a little they should update their mindsets before they watch it, and the history needs to be learned before you see anything from the past. So even if you're reading a book which was written like in the 1900s or 10 years ago, people need to understand that these laws and these episodes are not okay today, and these things that they made jokes of were their ways of dealing with it, but it's not okay now. And I really think that when the reunion happened, they should have talked about it.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to conclude. That whenever you consume something, it's good to be aware of the context of how it could be harmful, and to consume all media by always considering how it can be harmful to any minority community. So,
For example, Chandler was supposed to be gay originally. That is why they put that hints. Which I don't like that they've used femininity in a guy to make it like hints that he's gay. And they couldn't do it because at that time their producers and show houses, whatever, were not okay with having an openly gay main lead. Which is what. That's my opinion on Friends.
All right. Thank you. On to my second question. So recently, the Madras High Court passed a kind of progressive judgment. Some might say that it's the bare minimum that they could have done, but it's still progressive for the way things have been running in our country. So what would you envision as the future for the Pride movement in India, given like considering this as like a good starting place for, the whole, the legal aspect of it?
Okay. So, like on a personal note, like when I read the news, I felt like really happy when I read the news. When like one quote which the judge said is like, it's so true. Like, ignorance cannot be a justification for discrimination, and that is very, very true. And on that basis, I mean, whatever he said, I completely agree with him. But there have been repercussions for the same regarding his caste and his from where he belongs and his upbringing and everything was questioned. But that is definitely a thing that happens with any case. Like it is not very specific to this particular judgment, but it is there is a religious quotient or a caste discrimination quotient that is added to any situation or any case that is added in our country, to be honest. And I feel it should change, and not really soon. I don't have any hopes of it like changing like in like the immediate future, but at least to the later future, I think this should be changing. Anyways, like 2 steps forward, 1 step back is still 1 step forward. So that's what I think about it.
All right. So before envisioning the future, what we need to understand is that Madras High Court the judge that who made this judgment in the case pertaining to lesbian couple who sought protection and all. What we need to understand is that even they took psychologist sessions to understand same-sex relationships. And in this landmark judgment, the judge enlisted a few things, including parents-teacher meeting and gender-neutral washrooms, etc. But these are really basic. This is the foundation of the future that we are talking about, and it's not enough, first of all. Now, what our major concern should be is that the number of cases are increasing who seek HC protection. So, the parents rather prefer their daughters to live a life of celibacy, and, they would rather get them killed instead of getting into same-sex relationships. And this is, this bothers me the most, because pride is still unknown to most people, and we are the privileged section of our society. If this happens in the upper caste, just imagine what happens in the lower caste. Now, obviously, we have a long way to go, and still we are nowhere close to passing the laws for same-sex marriages. There could be laws where they could be married under Special Marriages Act, and there are many things that could be explored. But I don't know what is stopping the government. Maybe the vote banks. I don't know, but it's bad. Now they don't have basic rights that couple have apart from having companionship as listed in the laws, and people are apprehensive of them, to even count on them for having for adopting children, because they have this unnatural factor within them. And there are still no provisions for gender neutral washrooms, and in fact makeup is still restricted to women, and the gender specific clothing, and confusion pertaining to sexual orientation and gender, and these are very basic things. And I have had experiences where people were like, why are you posting pride related stuff if you want equality for everyone? What kind of question is this? They have been struggling. I mean, I don't even like explaining it now. And I have had questions like, what is pride? Men become a little soft, and they are straight away assumed as gay or mocked at for having gayish behavior. And if women chop off their hair, and they are assumed to be tomboy, and these terms, they are sort of mocking at what the actual thing is. We are nowhere close to knowing what the actual stuff is because of all these stereotypes and assumptions. Yeah, Manya is absolutely right. Straight pride is something people want. I mean, okay, let's digest that. And due to all these things, we need psychologists, first of all, to clear the air and make people understand what Madras High Court actually means by ban on curing the community. So I think the need of R is to talk about it, talk about adding some more provisions to the judgment, talk about having psychological help for the people who have trouble understanding this, who have children, who have the sexual orientation that comes under LGBTQIA community, or there are so many things that we need to talk about, but we need to talk about it, is what I understand. That's it from my side.
Yeah, that's like whatever Vishali said was like very valid, and I think to be honest, I was like shocked for someone to come up. Yeah, I was shocked for the fact that someone came up and talked about it, and like it takes a lot of time, and it is like we have to take baby steps towards like the ultimate goal, what we expect to happen in our society. And I think for that, this is a pretty good stepping stone.
Yeah, it creates a safer atmosphere, little bit close to having a safe atmosphere. So I guess that's it about the question.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. Amazing answers from all of you. Lots to think about, lots of thought-provoking things mentioned by all of you. That is it from this edition of Humans of VIT. If you would like to be featured, please contact us via Instagram or mail. Thank you. All the best for facts. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride!